We got a fish. That's fun. I guess you can take the fish and... Welcome to Udros, the world of Bloodline split into two perspectives. The perspective you are currently in and the overworld view. You can enter the... Okay, overworld view anytime by pressing the tab menu. Okay. Yeah, we kind of figured that out, right? Alright, so let's go back to this guy and deliver some... Alright, running increase. Yes! Yes, I do. What? Not yet. What do you mean, not yet? Hold on. I guess I gotta get the iron. Where the hell do I get the iron? Okay. Was I supposed to get iron from over that city? Okay. Oh, look at this. You can construct an office. That's cool. Why am I out of breath? I guess I was running too much. Look at this horse! Alright, so I think we're gonna have to go back. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go back. And we'll just, yeah, we'll go to the world view. And I guess we gotta buy some iron ore from that city. That's what I assume. Alright, guys, so we made it back. Oh, wow, look at this. The stars are out, baby. This, a beggar. Gotta have a beggar, that's nice. Alright. So let's go over here. They've got a lot of different things on my compass, but I'm gonna talk to this guy. I don't think he has the iron ore. He just has the magnifying glass and some weapons. So I think we gotta go to someone else. I don't know. Excuse me? First maker? Ever heard of a shower? That was rude. Is there like a local map? I don't think so. Let's just kind of walk around. We got some markets here.
Nowhere better to buy fresh fish in.
Okay, this guy looks like he might have some
spices from all across Europe.
No spices. Okay. Clothes here. We got a look at this. We got a wizard. He's got some staffs. That's cool. All right, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
Let's keep looking though. All right, so this looks like it goes to the main castle. Look at that.
Beautiful in its own little way.
All right, so I've been exploring, guys. Look at this. I found this it's like Fighters Guild. It's like the guard, and you can sign up, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him. Right now, I get a little sidetracked when I'm doing stuff, you know, like I'll be like, what's this shiny thing? I gotta focus on the task at hand, and that's finding copper ore. I might have to get it from the open world, if I'm not mistaken, if I don't find a shop here soon. Oh, look at this. Tavern. Look at this. There's drunkards. Maybe this guy has iron ore. I don't know why he would. Let's see the menu. No, he just got food. Looks good, though. This guy has a quest. Look at this guy jamming out.
Isn't it a nice
He's a scholar, too. Can I take that? I'm not gonna risk it. That might be considered stealing. I don't know. But we're gonna keep looking for iron. But I have a feeling that if it's not in the city here, it's probably out in the world. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna try looking for iron. I went ahead and looked it up. If you go to this lake, that's actually where the mining locations are. So we're gonna head over to the lake and see if we can find any mining locations. I don't know if we need like a pickaxe or anything. If we do, that's gonna be a bit of a problem, but we're gonna go ahead and camp here and see if we can find any mines. All right, cool. So there's a lot to explore here. What is going on here?
Wow.
There's a lot going on here. Mushroom herb? Oh, look at this. Nice. Jet shroom. We're gathering some mushrooms. Looks like we got a machine over here that needs repairing. There's so much going on. All I want is oh. Hold on, let's fix this. This must connect to this. I'm scared. What the hell is this? It's a miner! And it's shooting out. Oh my god, XP! Yo! Level 5! Man,
I liked it.
is this nice? Love me not flower. Alright, that was epic. We leveled up there. And we're gonna go ahead and see. Increase health, increase stamina. Or strength. Nice. We got more. Look at this forging level. That's cool. Well,
Wow.
there's a bear over there. I don't know if we should probably keep our distance. Is there a sword in this stone? Yeah, we're gonna keep our distance. This doesn't look like a mining location, so I'm going to. What? We got a goblin, guys. Are you sure you want to die? Oh,
Wow.
freaking wrecking him. Oh my gosh. That was fun. Alright, so we gotta find some sort of mining location. And we gotta also level up our foraging. Because we can't even collect certain things because we're not a high enough foraging level. So we'll just grab stuff as we go. There's a castle over here. Not quite what we're looking for, but this is cool. I don't know, this is cool. Big open world. Look at this, looks like there was a battle here or something. There's like battlements. Can I collect this? No? Ah, goblin! I need to get a sword. Goblin thing. What the heck happened? I wonder if the goblins have taken over this castle. I think they have. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're killing some goblins. Goblin Fang, baby! Alright, so we can... Oh.
Critical strike on torso.
Crit.
The asteroid is
Nice.
depleted.
I don't know if our health just... I think our health slowly goes up, so... I wonder if we can destroy... No. But yeah, I wonder if we can get any resources here. Okay, let's check this out. Iron ore? Iron ore! But we need copper ore! Full potato. A spark plug. The hell do we need a spark? I guess for robotics? Oh, hey buddy. See how the block works. Nice! Pathetic beast. Kill 5 goblins. Oh, I'm just getting started. Oh, do I love killing goblins. This is like a nice little dungeon that we can explore here. Oh! We got some new weapons. Let's take the Warhammer. Oh, man. Let's have some sandals. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We got clothes.
The asteroid is
Didn't we get
depleted.
clothes in the beginning? Yeah. Maybe we should be running around naked. There we go. And then let's get the Warhammer. Oh my gosh. Guys, we're going in style. Look at this Warhammer. It looks like we could mine with it. Potentially. Well, you know the goblins haven't been looting books. They can't read. Alright, let's go up here. I wonder, is this a dead end? Okay, it looks like this is it. We did not find any copper ore. We did find some iron ore. But no copper ore. Is this one-handed? We can hold this with a shield. We do not have a shield yet. What is this? Is this bird trouble? Are you trouble, bird? I don't know. We're gonna go around because there's a little. There's more over here. Come here. Oh! 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 I almost like the staff a little bit better. Alright, oh, here we go. Flour? Silver ore? Take all. Oh, hey! Easy, buddy. Okay, no, this is much better than. Okay, what do we got here? Stone, butter. Don't mind if I do. I wonder if eating. Let's see if we can eat something.
The
and that will
asteroid
heal
is
us.
depleted.
Yep, eating heals. That's a pretty typical mechanic. We got another goblin over here. Might as well just, feed the goblin or get fed by goblins. Oh! Oh! You got wrecked, nerd. Oh, that was fun. Fairly easy. Isn't too challenging. Trying to kind of look around the walls here. Oh! Those are some nasty looking goblins out there. Let's go fight them. Let's go kill them. What up? Yeah. One-handed weapon increased to level 2. Nice. Alright, here we go. Let's go wreck these nerds. They got weapons. We gotta be careful. Ooh, yeah. This is much more of a challenge. What? Okay, okay. Let's eat something. Oh gosh, they can still attack me when I'm in the menu. Okay, this is, hey, I asked for it. Okay. Oh no. No! Oh no! Man, I'm just looking for some copper ore. Alright, well, we gotta load the save. Well, we get to see what happens when we die. Where are we? Did I... Oh, nice. I've got... Do I get to keep my loot? Let's see. Let's check my inventory. Yeah. I've got all my loot. No big deal right there. But, yeah, that was... What is this? Oh. Nope, nope, nope.
I like this game.
Not dealing with that. I'm gonna head over this way. See some mountains over here. Maybe we can find some copper ore. The main reason.
It's got more content than
doing
Starfield.
Nice, leveled up. Oh, we got some goblins here. Goblin necklace, nice. Thanks for the loot. Another goblin neck. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Mining requires level 4. Are we not gonna be able to mine? Oh, that's not good. Even if we get... Oh my gosh. Hopefully copper's like level 1 mining? Oh, this is not good, guys. Jumping is increased. Oh, there's all the minerals. I think we... Okay, this is it, guys. This is it! Uh-oh. Alright, you're dead.
I like the cute little Zelda flower.
God. Got a goblin thing out of it. Oh. Nice. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay, copper has to be level 2 mining. And it's full of, so we can get coal. This is cool. It's another mini game.
The asteroid is depleted.
What we should do is just mine the coal. Go wreck this guy's life. Good night, sweet prince. What did you drop? What is this? Is that armor? Oh, it's his leg. Okay. So I wonder if we go to skill trees. I have no idea what's going on here. I guess one-handed. Oh, cool! Look at this. Look at all the skill trees. Run through. Plunge your weapon forward deals. I guess I'll go one-handed since. Let's see, and then spin slash. Spin with your weapon, extending damage all around you. I like that. And let's see, praying for the dying. The skill is best used against ragdoll or already dead enemies. Plunge your weapon downwards in front of you. If the attack strikes a dead enemy, divine bond will be granted. If the enemy is still alive, they'll be debuffed. Okay. Spin extremely fast with your weapon. I like the spinning stuff. And then quickly dash forward. What is this? Neck slash. Quick horizontal slash that aims for the enemy's throat. We'll do that.
The
Okay, that's all my
asteroid
skill
is
points.
depleted.
But I don't know how to use any of that. Maybe. Is it? Probably it's K. Ah, okay. Nice. Let's try these out. Okay, so one. Nice. Oh, I love it. I don't even really saw what happened there. Nice. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, ooh. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I got some feathers. Just straight up killed that bird. He was just chilling. He could have been my friend. He's like, what's up, buddy? Dead. Alright, here we go. Here's more. Let's get our forging up and our mining. We gotta get to level 2 so we can get the iron ore. Yes! Alright, we can get the iron ore. We need 6. Or copper ore. I keep saying iron ore. Oh, now we're golden. We are golden. I'm just gonna go ahead and mine everything here, even though we probably have enough. Alright, cool. So that should be good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the world over. This is cool. The skills, man. That is cool. Alright. We did it, guys. After many, many hours of searching, we finally did it. Okay, so let's go to Iron Haven and get this quest done. Okay, we made it back, and it's looks like dusk. Looks like the sun's about to rise, or it's going down. I don't really know. But yeah, we're gonna head back to the tinkerer, and tinker up a robot, and we'll see what we get from completing this quest. This is not our first quest, but our first real quest. Here's everything. Yo! Nice. Gold earned 25, experience. Wonderful. Let's begin the little project of mine. Thomas adjusts his goggles, then smooths out his hair with his mustache. He cracks his knuckles and gets to work. Before long, the bot begins to take form. A small barrel-like object with a propeller on top. You affix a small claw on the bottom of the bot. Thomas switches the bot on and it takes flight. The bot twirls around, looking around the room. It hovers over a gear and carefully grabs it. Oh, very cool. Ta-da! Fantastic work. Thank you, thank you. Truth be told, it's just the most basic form of bot I have in mind. A proof of concept, if you will. Now that I have the basic idea down, I can further expand my schematics to better fit my needs, meaning I have no further use of this bot. This bot is yours. You want it? Yeah. Thanks. Now the question is, how the hell do I use it? I guess it's in my inventory. Where's the bot? Oh. Oh. Look at it go. Okay, I hope this wasn't like a one-time use thing. Okay. I guess it just follows me around. Maybe oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. So you gotta click on it again to retrieve it back. Alright, well, that's mission accomplished with that quest. I think we have time for one more quest if you guys are down. Let's see. Let's go to this guy. He looks fancy. Oh, Joffrey, Wood King, Hellbringer's right hand. Allbringer, good to see you. I've actually been meaning to
Allbringer.
speak to you about something if you have the time. What is it? Let me tell you a quick story. Go on. Recently, I was visiting a family in Lundland. And I
Longland.
walked the streets of
Helgasker.
Helgasker. I overheard a conversation. They spoke of the Harbinger bloodline.
Wow, it's got
They
depth
doubted
to
the
it for
divinity
no
of the
reason.
blood, said it's simply an old folk tale. I recoiled, then stopped and gave it some thought. What reason have we given them to believe anything else? I sat with my family that evening. I asked what the general consensus was regarding the Hellbringers. They told me that most people either believe or the unforgiven or gone forever or are unafraid of the returning, or this is bad, or that they don't believe they ever existed in the first place. How can people believe that? I thought the same thing. How can such cataclysmic events simply be forgotten? But again, I tried to see it from their perspective. It's been 1,000 years since the last unforgiven invasion. The Hellbringers, to them, are nothing but remnants of the old proud royal family, and it makes sense. Of course they would think such things. How can we blame them? I had such a wide range of emotions. First, I was angry that people could doubt your divine blood. Then I thought perhaps it wasn't such a bad thing. Peace of mind, this hasn't been a thing for as long as history I can recall. And that's what I kept thinking for my entire visit. I rode back there, I realized something. It could be the plan. Make the world complacent. Make people forget the Hellbringer bloodline. The unforgiven will be patiently waiting
Hellbringer.
to strike. And the death kneel and crack the skies open in the foul magic. As it stands, I fear it were to have a vision today. Our pleas would fall on deaf ears. The world is too consumed by their own doubts and petty differences. If the unforgiven were to invade now, the world would be consumed. I'm not telling you this to simply instill fear in your heart. I'm telling you this so we may begin rebuilding your bloodline's once proud reputation. You must prove to the world that your blood still roars. What should I do? Train, fight, explore, help people. Anything you can do to make your name known throughout Edoras. No. Even if you cannot convince people of your divinity, make them respect you as a person. For that, we must test your mettle. Now is the perfect time to see how you handle yourself in a fight. A small band of goblins has set up a camp outside. Yes! Oh my gosh. I got a great sword. Okay. That's cool. Claymore, dude. Ah! Oh, the Claymore works with these skills. Ah. Okay, it works with all but the third one. Okay. Let me remove this. How do I remove it? I don't know. Whatever. Just 3. Actually, can I... If I press K... There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called The Bloodline. This is another one of those one-man operations that's been making this
Thank you, Splattercat Gaming. I'd like to sub to your channel.
circulation on Reddit and a couple other places for the last year or two, with most of the GIFs showing sort of explosive first-person RPG battlefield action a la something like Dynasty. Something like Dynasty Warriors, I guess. I don't know. It seems like a battlefield first-person Skyrim-style RPG that also has this level of physics to it where you can swipe your sword with some magic attached and launch 12 guys to the hills that are off in the distance. So I figured we'd check it out here today. We'd take a look at the early access and we would figure out if this is one of those games that you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. As of right now, I haven't really touched the game. I'm aware of the game, kind of, from the pressers and things that have gone out, but I haven't played it yet, so this should be an impressions video.
Aggro.
Along the way, I'll try to talk about the things I like or don't like about the game. That way, I can bring them to your attention and help you decide whether or not this is a good purchase for you. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check it out there. On top of that, you can also take a look down there for a lot more Splattercat content over on twitch.tv. That link is down there along with my Discord just in case you wanted to chat. Let's hit the ground running. We're going to name this one Butt Fart. There we go.
Aggro.
Apparently that's me, huh? As you can tell, this game is basically making use
The
of Cindy
asteroid
assets.
is depleted.
That is a very, very, very popular asset pack right now in indie gaming. We've got like a number of customization options that are available. It looks like they've all been sprinkled throughout. I'll probably leave it kind of the way that it is, in all honesty. I don't really care too much. I kind of just want to get into the gameplay. But for the moment, those are the customization options that are going to be available. Seems like there's a pretty wide variety of things that you can play around with it. And so I figure I'll go stab guys with it. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but they gave me a with it. I'll do all the tutorialize it quick. Alright, and it actually starts us off right here in the middle of our castle, I suppose? I seem to be doing pretty well for myself. This is a really, really nice castle, man. You could fit
It's
like
the exact
4 of my
same
real-life
fucking
houses
video.
inside those bodies up to the ceiling. Alright, boss man. Hit me with that quest loot. Give me the goodies right here. What kind of magical +3 agility thong am I gonna get? I did take care of the goblins. You are ready to head out on your own. Buildings in gonna be both a and they did set up like the weapons right now. Running around playing the game, I found that the game does indeed have Skyrim style skills, like Bethesda style. If you utilize skills, those skills get better. Every time you get a skill or like gain a skill level in one of those kind of connected things, the little meter in the top left that's around your level will increase. And once it fills up completely, you get an entirely new character level. The adventure begins with some light stabbing. Look at me, goblins. Despair, for I stab at thee with might and verve. Impacts feel pretty good on the weapons right now, liking the way that it feels. Hitboxes feel like they're configured properly. Oh, there's another one right there, too. Is that I thought I said goblin.
The spear looks
life.
fun.
I thought it, like, distinctively called out that there was, like, 4 goblins inside of here. And then also, oh, their arms and legs and stuff came off, too. Sucks to be them, man, but on the plus side, I have defeated all of the goblins, and so we can kind of go back with our head held high and tell people that we solved at least one of the pressing issues for the kingdom, which is that these are pretty brazen goblins, man. They did set up like 6 inches away from my castle, and I don't like it when people are creeping on my domain like that. It looks like over here we can make new plots so you can build towers. It looks like there's going to be both a construction and a crafting system. So like plot 4, you can put in a great many different buildings, in fact. There's a lot of things to play around with here when I was going through the list. Let's go back to town. We're going to figure out whether or not we can get ourselves a little bit of a reward for stacking some goblin bodies up to the ceiling. Alright, boss man. Hit me with that quest loot. Give me the goodies right here. What kind of magical +3 agility thong am I going to get? I did take care of the goblins. You are ready to head out on your own. Okay, what do I do now? Seeing that you can handle yourself, make pilgrimage to the steps of Esros. It's a pilgrimage site, or at least it was. Now it's kind of like a ruin, only visited every few decades by the Harbinger bloodline. Usually the next in line Harbinger is brought to the steps by the current Harbinger, but your pilgrimage alone. Okay, can you take my steps? There's also mounted combat, by the way. You can build a stable over here. So apparently at some point we're going to be able to do some kind of like Mountain Blade style mounted combat. I can't really speak to the controls of that, but let's keep working on quests and stuff. And as I find things, I'll cut the video back in and I will show them to you, as is proper with an impressions video. So it looks like this right here is going to be our overworld map, which is simple, but at the same time doesn't really matter that it's overly simple, as long as it can help me identify points of interest that I want to go out and interact with. So it looks like we're headed off to the Elder Glen Woods. I've gone ahead and told it to go. And it looks like there's actually going to be little quick time events along the road to like chop down trees and stuff like that. I was actually curious, dude. I was running around in the wilderness with my spear trying to like spear a tree just to see if I could get any kind of bonus or anything else like that. And unfortunately, that was not how lumberjacking worked inside the context of this game. So, I'm pretty sure we get most of our materials by like cruising around the map and generally having adventures of one sort or another. I don't know if there's like a way to speed this up. Surely there must be. Who knows? It wants me, I mean, it looks like there's some other little locations we can go to as well. Set up camp and explore the area. Yeah, let's do it. I want to explore the lake. Let's go look at the lock. Maybe there's something good out here. This is the fun of open world games, is that I don't necessarily have to do the main storyline quest or anything else like that. Yeah, dude, fly a Garrick, sure. I got some foraging XP. Where's my spear? I would like for my spear to be out just in case. I feel like it was this birch tree right here. Level 3 wood cutting to get that guy. Oh god, okay, yep. Oh, I gotta click. Okay, I was hitting the E key right there. That's why the first two failed. We gotta click. Alright, that's fine. Clicky time! Clicky time! There we go. We're getting all the wood chopping XP. And if we get enough wood and whatnot, and we can find enough stone, chances are we can actually build up some of the buildings back at our base too, which would be absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't know if any other wild stuff is going to happen out here, but I've hit level 3. What exactly does that mean for my character? Let's find out. It looks like our skill trees are divided up into 4 categories, one of which is maybe not implemented yet, or possibly we don't have the proper support building in order to make use of it. So instead, we've got melee subcategories, one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons. Okay,
Docking permission
cool,
requested.
cool. And it
Docking
looks like
request
inside of these,
accepted.
they've each got themselves a skill tree that you can play around with. So here we have the Pierce of Fikles. I guess we'll try that out. And then we've got Cranial Impact on that side. Or we've got Bleed Spear. Alright, let's get Bleed Spear. I would recommend that they brighten up the outline right here for the stuff you have or have not bought. It's a little bit dim and it's a little bit... Can you tell the difference other than that little line right there going in a circle between the abilities that we bought and the abilities that we have not? In my opinion, the abilities that have not been built should be gray, and the ones that have been bought should go into their full color template right there. Or they should be a little bit smaller or something if you haven't bought them, and then when you buy them, they get bigger and brighter. Something like that. I don't know. Right now, it's kind of hard to tell what you bought and what you haven't if you don't see the little tiny 1 pixel white line orbiting right there. Now that I have some spear skills, I'm going to continue looking around the lake. I don't know if there's going to be anything too interesting out here. I mean, there's a mausoleum over there, and I'm assuming I can just, like, walk over there and go look at it. It also looks like each time we level up, we have the ability to increase one of our capabilities. So it looks like we can get more stamina, we can lift heavy stuff, we can get more health. I would say probably health would be a good idea, and then maybe some stamina. That feels like a solid play to me. It also appears as though we have a full crafting menu over here on the side that's controlled with the middle mouse wheel and the left click, where you can build different decorations for your town. It looks like you can build different buildings that certain people prefer. So it'll be interesting to see how they fold that into the overall gameplay and, like, idea of how this all functions.
Aggro.
I can pick up some goblin mold. That's not too bad. Hey. Listen, lady. Calm down. Get out of here. Nobody wants to talk to you. Leave me alone. Go away. Your leg came off. I didn't think a piercing weapon could actively do that, but your leg done come off. I apologize for that little bit disrespectful, but that's the way it goes. I want my... Yeah, where's my abilities at? Show me my abilities here. Okay, so I can, like... That's like a big old thrust. And then that's also like a big old thrust. Okay? We got this covered. What's inside this old castle over here? What's up, bro? You want to battle? I'll battle you right... Ooh, he thought. How does the blocking work? Okay, it's the same as... So, apparently the developer of this game is a big fan of Vermintide. Because the melee combat in this game functions pretty much identically. It doesn't look like I've got the same... It looks like I can kind of, like, shift around. I don't know if I get any type of, you know, bonus for doing that. Looks like I got 2 gold for killing that goblin over there. How much is this one worth? These goblins are like super worth it to murder. Oh god, I disintegrated that one. Okay, yeah, dude, hyper violence. Hell yeah. These are whelps right now, which leads me to believe that I'm actually just like beating up goblin children. I'm not actually fighting somebody that's worth my time here. I'm just like murdering somebody's offspring, which makes me kind of feel bad about myself. Then again, there's also an argument to be made that seeking out pity for feeling bad about myself while actively murdering the goblin children of others is probably a sign that I'm a bad person. Like, those two ideas don't seem like they're copacetic with one another. Is there anything going on inside of here? Like, uh-oh. I think they're aware of me. They know. Is there any kind of, like, treasure or anything I can have? Oh, where'd you come from? What's up? Here, let me stab you. Have fun bleeding out and dying. I don't know if that stuff can be destroyed. Oh, I can open this guy. It's got a forging hammer, and it's got a dwarven jambia. Okay, I don't know what a jambia is. Sounds like a song that you sing, like when they bring out dinner or something. Like, sing the jambia, ayo. Like, it feels like one of those, like, songs. Like a celebratory song about, like, super awesome food being brought to you or something. Ow! Listen, turd. I don't think you want to play this game with me.
Aggro.
There we go. Get him with the stabs. Get him with the stabs. That's what I'm talking about. We'll just sit him down good and strong. Alright, so now that I've validated that I am the superior quality pikeman in the realm. Oh, there's another one down there. It's going to seek me out into... Oh, I've like aggroed apparently the entire dungeon. That's gonna be my bad. Didn't mean to do that, but that's the way that it's gone. We are a death dealer of goblins, happy to say. Why are you taking so little damage? Oh, he had armor on, and it breaks and it falls off of him. I love to see it. I actually really, really like the way that that sounds. Okay. So, like, you hit him, and then when you hit him with strong strikes, eventually his armor falls off. Gotcha. I think we also have a grappling hook. I'm not exactly sure how it functions, but we do have a grappling hook. So, you know. I don't know if there's, like, specific grapple spots. If that's a thing I gotta keep an eye out for. I don't know.
Let's fight this whole little goblin village. Now that I have abilities, it should be a little easier. Look at them jumping up. Oh my god, there's an army. They got like throwers and ranged people. That's a big old boy right there.
This
Oh,
looks
got him in the right.
good.
Nice. And if we pummel him down here, he should take more damage. Okay, I gotta run. I'm 1 HP. No. God, there's a billion of these things, and I have no stamina. No!
Aggro.
Hello, guys. Welcome to probably the craziest game you've never heard of, and I'm not exaggerating. This game is absolutely insane with the amount of content that it has in it already, and I'm so excited to hop into it. Essentially, look at this as Skyrim. Maybe it looks a little different than Skyrim. It's a little blocky and stuff, but trust me, this game has just as much content already as Skyrim. And you're probably rolling your eyes and thinking, yeah, okay, Royal, Skyrim is like one of the greatest games of all time, and there's so much to do in that game, but I'm going to prove you that this is pretty much on par with it. Look at this castle. This castle right here is the starting castle. This is kind of like where we collect all our quests, and you can see on the top right there. Out here is actually where I built my village, to recruit villagers to then run my village, and obviously defend it against goblins and enemies and things like that. There's a full-blown building system. There's a full-blown crafting system. There's a storyline that's still work in progress because this is early access. There's tons of quests. There's over 400 different skills. Essentially what the developer said, solo developer, by the way, he said, just play the game however you want. There's no right way to do it, which I love to hear. So in here we have the crafting, overworld, skill book, skill trees, inventory, and of course our journal and calendar. The calendar tells us specific events at different locations where we can do different things depending on what day of the month it is, essentially. We have the skill book. This is just our basic skills and things that we're going to learn over time. Everything has a skill level to it. Jumping, running, swimming, fighting, each sword, each weapon, each type of magic. And when you level up, of course, you choose one of the three things: strength, wisdom, and fortitude. At the moment, I'm probably just going to go fortitude so we don't just get absolutely obliterated. But when you level up, you get skill points. And these skill points can go into any one of the three trees. Each of these trees, as you see, just for melee, we have all of these weapons that all have their own individual trees. If we go into ranged, you'll be able to pick one of these four, and they have its own tree. If you go magic, it's one of these billion different ones, and they all have their own trees too. So there's a lot going on. But right now, let's try the combat. I'm gonna probably go up into magic and short swords because I saw that you could actually like imbue your weapons with magic and then fight with them. So we have to clear this goblin camp out for a quest real quick. That's what I'm gonna do. We can hilt smack them. We can try to block as best we can, and while we're blocking and press spacebar, we get a dodge, kind of like a dodge roll situation. If we press C, we can go slow-mo. Aim for the heads because it does actually have a crit point on the head. You can decapitate. Your slow-mo is based on your stamina, so it depends on how you want to play the game. Of course, if you want to stay as a slow-mo player, you want to go up in stamina. Ooh, some loot. 30 units. You can just pick stuff up and throw. Oh, well, there goes all that money. Yeah, the game's kind of insane. If you guys are just joining us, click the sub button, notification icon, make sure it's set to always. We're going to be playing through a lot of this game as long as you guys can see it, because it is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to take on my character and try to figure out how I want to play it, build up my base, adventure this massive open world map. And there's a lot of little tidbits I didn't even go over yet with you guys. There's a lot more. I just don't want to overwhelm you as much as I've already overwhelmed myself looking at all of it, but like there's a lot to do and I'm extremely excited. So if we go to the map as well, this is a really awesome mechanic in the game itself. Here's the map. You can see my little guy here. This is me. That's me. That's my guy. And then this is the overworld, essentially the map, and you can see everything. There's a wolfed over timberland. There's some snow-capped mountains. A lake, just like little different points of interest that you're going to want to visit, quest, attack, and fight different monsters, and ultimately just explore the world and have fun. But in this menu, you can actually direct your character as to where you want it to start running to. So kind of like an RTS, I can take my guy and tell him to run up the road. We can also get him to chop down trees in this mechanic as well, so if we run him up to a tree, we'll be able to chop down the pine tree, but obviously right now we don't really have any tools to do so. And if we press C, we can center on our character. But that's essentially the map mechanic. It's really kind of original. I haven't seen a game, or especially an RPG, do it this way, so it's kind of cool. I'm assuming this is going to get real helpful once you have your village and villagers that you can then command to do things. Probably bring them on journeys to fight with you if you want as well. Hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to... And better yet, there might just be one up here as we own. There we go. Whoa, whoa, gosh. Okay. Yep. Early access, body tornadoes. I'm going to run out of here before that launches me 7 years into the future. Hello, little guy. Boop, little poison, little schmack, and then a little boop, and then he's done. Into the cave. So that big ogre, I believe, went in here. So get ready. Right in, just like that. Whoa! Feel that load time. There's no editing here. Like, smooth. I like that. That's very immersive too. This looks like somewhere where an ogre would indeed live, so gotta be careful. I'm quite scared, but also excited. This looks awesome. There we go. That guy's done. Looter's done. Oh, these are like grave robbers, essentially. That's where the goblins are. So maybe the goblins are just looking for the shmoney. Wasn't that in Harry Potter as well? Were those goblins that ran the banks and stuff, I'm pretty sure? Ooh, speaking of banks, give me all that. Oh, there's a guy. Dot. Oh gosh, threw his axe right at my freaking face. Little jump scare. Goodness gracious. gracious. There's a lot of loot in here, though. This is going to be well worth it. Oh, they're still alive. Someone's just, like, dying up there? Are they burning or something? I see fire. I think they might have accidentally walked onto a torch. Oh, hi. Yeah, they're already, like, half dead by the time they get down here. That's hilarious.
Oops.
Not this guy, though. Dot damage. Do your duty. Boop. Hilt smack. Rock throw. Pop him up in the air, and he's dead. It looks like there's... Is this special loot in there? It kind of looks like there might
Wow.
be special loot in there. Let's see. Is there something up here? Let's climb up with our grappling hook real quick. It looks like they were just burning on a chandelier of some kind. And it looks like maybe this is going to be like the end of the dungeon. You know how it usually wraps you around to like the beginning? You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it's going to do. I wish, and I know this is a solo dev game, but I wish the music would change in here. It's like sunshine and rainbows adventuring through the woods, and I'm like in this demon altar that's lightly humming, filled with goblins. Like, it's like a little anti-immersive, but it's also kind of funny at the same time. So this is like some Harbringer stuff. Yep, there he is. Okay. Dot damage. Okay, it looks like my poison is bugged at the moment, so we're gonna go with the level 10. That's not good. Did I knock that guy off? I didn't. But it would. Oh, yep, that works.
Wow.
That works. Okay, we gotta get over to him. We get extra damage on the ground. And with a hilt smack too, stun him out. Oh, and he's almost dead. He's almost dead just like that. This ability is nice, dude.
Wow.
He just like flew at me. That was so scary. Okay, I think he's dead. Yeah, I poofed him into the nether realm, so he...
Stable hand that is right over here. Valerie. So now that we've approached the hills, we can set cap. Valerie, I will start sneaking. Sneaking. I'll walk over here.
Rabbits?
Put down small animal trap. And I put down 8 in the trap. Go back. And it's trapped. You gotta crouch. The tutorial tells you that. Then you gotta catch a hearts, hospital, so you can just forget about getting the hearts. Well, there we are. We left over on it. And now, when you get into the
Excuse me.
press cat. You can press black rabbit. And there we have it. It can run about.
Aggro.
So that's lessons for us. We're heading back. Now that we are back at Alldayerrydaybaby, we enter. And because spawning is also an option. We have raw ham, and that is going to lure the slime boy to us. Or you can do something sneaky and place the trap back on top of the slime when he's walking towards you. Get us up. And it's the same as with the rabbit. We just gotta run over and get the hearts. Oh, there we are. Now we can go in on inventory. We can go in on pets. And there we have our wee green slime. We can look at it, go by. Personally, I prefer the rabbit. We can look at a rabbit. And we can say, what a good boy. And it just happy as hell. And there we go. We're back in Elderglen. We gotta return to Valerie. Some more small traps. Because we just have rabbit bait and divine blessings. Oh, yes. We can buy a couple of cages.
Wow. I wasn't aware of this game.
What, a hatred card? So I guess the hatred card will probably give you a chance to summon negative cards. Yeah, so in the bottom right I've got 3 fragments. So let's absorb the hatred card. And yeah, that looks like it's given me something bad. Let's unlock a relic slot. That seems huge. And now I can also hold R and choose another reward because there was stuff here. On reveal, elites and bosses gain 5% increased health and damage. So if possible, it would be better to avoid getting these fragments of hatred because it's making the game 5% harder each time. That's my interpretation of it. Okay, we're back into bird mode. The shifters go fast. The bird mode looks fantastic. Look at this giant open world, and the game's running so smoothly as well. This Raven form just feels kind of epic, honestly. Quite like the scale of the world straight away. So over here we've got an icon that's like a skull with some orange thing around it. I'm guessing that means it's a moderately hard camp or a mini boss. We've got an obelisk icon here though, and that's where the MSQ wants me to go. So we're gonna, okay, if I can control the bird, fly down here. So this is an MSQ objective, some kind of obelisk. This is a little boss. Break its guard, big damage, absolutely outplayed. Good fight, noob. And that smashed the obelisk. We've temporarily extinguished the hatred nearby. Let's see what it's revealed. The surrounding area around the tear has been cleansed of hatred. You can open these without absorbing a hatred fragment. Okay. Doesn't solve my mana problem though, does it? Oh, absorb mana. That does. Now it's daytime. The game looks quite nice visually. No real complaints on the graphics, to be honest. Oh, if you look in the bottom right, I now have 1 fragment slot locked because I've filled up the red bar. So the question is, how do I unlock that again? And let's see if I can stack this. Another 60% damage. I can. Big damage. Gamble 100 coins. The game wants me to turn my life around, change it for the better, but unfortunately we don't have the coin, and now I've got to run all the way back to that bird platform 200 meters away. Yeah, that's going to get annoying. I can already tell that something that's probably going to be in the cons for this game is, what's the point of the bird platforms? You literally need to go into bird form to get anywhere meaningful in the game. Why does it have to make you run all the way to the platform over and over again? We're 30 minutes into the game and I can already feel that it's starting to get annoying.
Aggro.
Just let me freely turn into a bird anytime I want. Why not? If it's so core to the gameplay, or at least let me do it whenever I'm not in combat. Oh, I see. So when you fill up the fragments upon having 1 slot locked, you get the permanent hatred. Makes sense. I got weapon damage increased by 60% yet again. I can just stack the hell out of that if I want to the scenes. So far, early impressions of the game seem decent enough though. Ooh, this seems like a very hard mob based on that icon. I'm clearly not ready for it. There's a golden hatred chest there though, so that obviously drops some good stuff. Okay, so now it's starting to rain. The game has dynamic weather. Village of the Valakos. Let's go talk to some NPCs. The NPCs give us quests. I'm guessing this village is where I spend my coin. Yes, that's exactly what it's for. So if I had 195 coins, I could buy pretty damn good sword and shield. Wait, it's a werewolf man here. Game's paying homage to the
Aggro.
furries. Is there any other werewolves? Oh, what is that? Furrytopia over here, okay. We've got reindeer people. What does this NPC allow me to do? Just healing, 50 coin. Okay, so this is how I can get my health back. So quite a few useful NPCs in this village. We can get quests here, we can buy weapons with coin, we can get our health back, purchase relic slots. Let's drain this card. So now I've got 300 coins,
Aggro.
I can buy myself a really good weapon, surely. Your crits against a bleeding enemy consumes bleeding and deals 300% increased damage. Yeah, this is starting to get really fun. And the sword visually looks different as well. I wonder when I'm going to get to the point where I start understanding why this game has mixed reviews on Steam, because so far the first hour of gameplay has been quite enjoyable. Tomb of the Gales has opened. It's definitely a boss room, isn't it? 100%. You know what would make a lot of sense? If killing a boss is what you need to do to get rid of these hatred build-ups, which stop your fragment progression. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, as suspected, this is a boss fight room. Let's do it. Damage, dodge. Okay, get away from that. Okay, just spam dodge, boys. We got him. So we've defeated a warden. Yo, this is cool. Blessing received, and my hatred, like I expected, has been cleansed. And this also seems to have started us back at this spawning room where we initially turned into a bird from upon beating the tutorial. Is this now going to give us access to a new zone? Yes, and I guess we need to do the same thing, but for a different tomb. This is actually really cool. I think this map is different. There's icons for different styles of mobs around here, as you can see. Yeah, this is a different map. There wasn't a desert area before on the initial map. Oh, these are definitely stronger. Fighting a mage as well. Alright, killed him. Clear out a camp at tier 2 hatred. Give me that mana. 7 mana. Delicious. Should we increase weapon damage by another 60%? I think we should. Pretty fun gameplay loop, to be honest. I'm not too sure how replayable this game will be, but so far, so good. I don't know why the game was saying that I needed to play on controller. It controls just fine with mouse and keyboards, to be honest. Graves contain unplayed cards from other players who previously died here. So another player actually died here. That's kind of cool. Over here there's an icon which indicates a hard camp. I'm not sure if I can do it, but we can try. It has been cleansed, so it seems worth it. It's not that hard, because I've just bloody upgraded my weapons a ton. The critical hit numbers in this game just look so good. Clear a hard camp. Nice. This is the town of the secondary camp. Each area has its own town. I wonder why this game has mixed reviews. I'm absolutely loving it so far, and I'm an hour in. So I think this is what I wanted to try out. The super hard camp. This is clearly going to be the biggest challenge I've faced yet. 3 magey women. Okay, so they're blinking around. One down. Just keep dodging. Okay, clear out a very hard camp. We took hardly any damage. I've either got an amazing RNG with my cards and my build, or the game's just not that hard. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. So this should have like really good loot. It's like a golden chest. Yes, so the very hard camps have like legendary quality cards. Increase the base damage of the currently equipped weapon by 30%. That's really good. Definitely want this. We're going to be so strong. I wasn't expecting to make such good progress on my first run. Typically these roguelike games, you end up dying quite often, and then you start to progress after a few deaths. But we haven't actually experienced a death yet. Let's go fight another hard camp before we take on the boss. Why not? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Something went wrong. Something went horribly wrong. Okay, we've afflicted them with frost. Big damage. We killed them, but something went horribly wrong. We need a good card to make up for that, and a good card is not what we got. Boss number 2, let's do it. So this one's fire themed. Very cool. I'm really surprised I haven't seen more people talking about this game or covering it. Seems pretty cool so far, honestly. Mixed reviews seems a bit harsh. Look at the platform before we get take on the boss. So this is a Great X user. Dodge. Dodge. He's got a lot more health. He is much stronger relative to the last boss. Nice. He throws him. Throws him again. Oi. Oi. Surge. Big damage. Frenzy. Frenzy. Okay. It's an even fight so far. Eesh, this is not good. Oh no. We're choking. Oh, he's turning into phase 2, but I'm pretty low on health. I should have studied his movements a little bit more. Oh, he got me.
Aggro.
That's the first death on boss number 2. I think I messed up by taking on more camps than I should have, which resulted in everything becoming more hard than it needed to be. But that was an amazing first run, and I really enjoyed it. The first run lasted about an hour, or an hour, 70 minutes, 80 minutes. And we got to the second phase, and it seems like there's 6 or 7 different areas that you progress through. So at the end of a run, you get legacy points, which I guess you use to unlock different variables on your next run. Or perhaps I've unlocked this to become a tank. Another lucky attacks inflict a random status effect. That sounds fun. Why is this game mixed reviews on Steam? Like, I'm having so much fun. The more I'm playing it and the more I'm finding out about it, I like it a lot. So this is the cards page, and as you can see here, I've collected 77 out of 182 cards. It seems like all of these cards that I've collected are then available in my next run. So the more cards you collect, the more variables you have to play with on each run. Challenges, this tells you what you need to do to unlock various cards. Traits. So this is the trait that I started with, the human trait, and that's where I can get 50 coins. Over. Does that mean I can play as a wolfman? Seems like it. Okay, so you can play as a human, a wolfman, or a deer person. I haven't unlocked. Oh, never mind. I have unlocked the deer person. I just needed to click on it. Weapon traits: longsword specialist, great axe, sword and shield, twin sword, or great axe. What else can we unlock? And you've got other traits. I had armor increased by 15. Dodger. Whenever frenzy is active, perfect dodge refreshes its current duration and extends it by 50%. Yeah, because I'm just spamming dodge. That's my playstyle, so let's unlock that. So now I've unlocked some trades, I've got some new cards. Let's click play and see how the next run potentially be different. So it's given me the choice of 3 different vessels: the human, the person, or the wolfman. Great axe, twin axe, or sword and shield. I'm going to re-roll the vessels because I want to play as longsword. Longsword human. Sounds good. Dodger. This is exactly what I want to play as. I feel like having random vessels could be quite annoying, having to spend 80 points to get the vessel that you want. I don't really see the need for this part of the game to be random, to be honest. Let's give Greatsword a try. Challenge completed. Die once. Yep. Thanks for reminding me. Dude, the world is actually pretty big. Head straight to the obelisk. I'm not going to have my OP build this time. See if Greatsword's any good. Big damage. Kill 3 staggered enemies with a longsword. Yeah, the longsword, slower attacks but bigger damage. It'd be cool if you could customize your character as well. You just kind of get a random vessel. This time I've started out as a grey-haired woman. I definitely feel a lot weaker this time around. We're not OP anymore. These mobs seem confused. This time I'm getting dicked on by random mobs. Bro, get down. The game's a bit rough around the edges though, isn't it? Okay, maybe someone would give it a negative review for being a bit rough. Yeah, I haven't got high hopes for run number 2. It's just off to such a bad start that it would be better off if I just pressed this button and then clicked start over. I think the game is well aware that you can get fucked by RNG pretty hard. This is a rough playthrough. We've got 6 mana but literally no upgrades other than the armor. Such is the nature of the roguelite. Some runs pure RNG, like my first one. I might as well kill myself right here. We're going to try dual-wielded swords next time. We unlocked a cool sword though, so at least there's that. Next run, give me some better luck this time. Great axe, twin axe, sword and shield. I actually don't have the twin sword unlocked, so we're going to have to play with dual axe. Let's start off in the first zone. Another thing I love about this game is the extremely minimalist UI. As you can see, when I'm in bird form, there's hardly anything on the screen, just icons and relevant information.
Yeah,
the
it's
game
good.
only displays the bare minimum information. I like that approach to UI design. Let's test out the twin axes. Yeah, this should be a lot better for my dodge build. You definitely want fast weapons when going for a dodge build. You just weave those attacks in between the dodges. So let's see if we've got a little bit better luck when it comes to loot this time. I don't know what happened. The first run I was playing like a god. The next runs I've been playing like a donkey. These dual axes feel like they do fuck all damage. Yo, looking good. So as we're playing more and more of the game, we are starting to see some of the issues pop up. Some things that are maybe contributing to the mixed reviews. They'll just fucking kill me. This run's not going too well. I give up. Bit of a brutal way to die. Our first run, we just got carried by RNG. Second 2 runs, worst possible RNG. We didn't even unlock anything new, so we did so poorly. F's in the chat. I really don't like that you have to re-roll vessels. This shouldn't be RNG, and it costs more and more legacy points every time you want to re-roll these. So there's going to be certain points where you're going to have to play as something, a role that you don't want to play as. And that's just going to fundamentally piss people off. In fact, I could understand if this is a reason for people reviewing the game negatively on its own, because people don't like being told what they have to play. People like having some choice in that. I know this from MMOs where people just lose their shit over not being able to choose their gender or being forced into a gender-locked class. This game, you're going to have to sometimes play as a bloody deer person or a wolf man and not have the choice of using the weapon that you want to use. I think that's a bit much for a lot of people. With that, I think we'll wrap up the first impressions here. This game has a lot of potential. There's lots of stuff to like about it, but there's definitely a lot of things that can be improved. And as I've played more of it, I'm starting to understand why some people might review it negatively. But a lot of the issues the game has definitely could be fixed. And if they were fixed, then the game has a ton of potential. I would personally love to see streamers play this game. I think it'd be really entertaining. Cliff dive off here, and then we'll head to the pros and cons. So after playing Ravenbound for a bit, I think I can understand why it's currently sitting at mixed reviews, despite me having a fairly decent time with it. Here's my thoughts. Visually, the game looks great. The massive open world with the huge view distance really gives you a sense of scale. Flying around in Raven form feels really good. The combat on a base level is smooth, fluid, and relatively fun. I like that it doesn't lock you in place, and you can animation cancel with dodge. Timing really is key to the combat in this game. I like the overall idea and premise of the game. I can't think of another roguelite like this. A true third-person action RPG roguelite in a massive open world. It's definitely something I'd like to see more of. I like the legacy system and how you can unlock more stuff to use on your next run after dying, and I like the minimalist UI where there's very little clutter on the screen. I don't like that your vessel is completely random and you need to spend legacy points to re-roll. I don't see how this specific aspect of the game being random makes the game any better. It only ended up annoying me. The game is quite buggy. There were many camps that I cleared where there was no chest and I wasted my time, but the UI indicated that the camp was still there. It's an open world game where you're punished for clearing everything due to the hatred system, which many people won't like. I didn't see the point of making the player run to the bird platforms. It got annoying very quickly. Just let me press a button and turn into a raven when I'm out of combat. Despite being on Steam and being a single player game, you're asked to create an account for a third-party platform for no reason, just adding pointless restrictions of only being able to play the game whilst online. There should be some kind of bad luck protection with the RNG because sometimes you get absolutely fucked, either getting 0 mana and tons of cards, or tons of mana with useless cards. Your progress is ultimately determined by RNG, and due to the fact you can't overfarm to make up for the bad RNG due to the hatred system, makes some runs a very frustrating experience, almost like the game's wasting your time. And a big reason for many of the negative reviews is the poor optimization and the game apparently crashing mid-run, causing people to lose all their progress. This wasn't something that I experienced personally, but then again I have a brand new PC with all the top specs. Overall, going into this video, I was very confused by the mixed reviews for the game and thought people were being harsh, but a lot of the issues people have with Ravenbound are very valid. That being said, I really do think this game has massive potential, and the vast majority of issues are fixable. I really love the general idea of the game, and I think if the devs can take player feedback into consideration, this could be an incredible experience with a lot of replay value. So is the game worth playing? It's fun for 2 hours, then the flaws start to appear. I'd say put this game on your wish list and wait for updates if this game looks somewhat appealing to you. But that's it for this video, guys. As always, let me know your thoughts on Ravenbound in the comments below. Have you tried this game? Do you agree with my pros and cons list? Is there anything you'd like to add to my feedback? Social media on screen, hit that like button to appease the algorithm gods. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Aggro. 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 Aggro.
This is a personal list of my own and in no specific order here, but in my opinion these are 3: economy, classless combat system, and intense PvP battles. I'll be...
Hi, my name is Coldbeer, and let's start with Satisfactory. Here you will defeat nature by building massive factories everywhere, expand wherever and however you want, without any annoying regulations we have here on Earth, because you are not on Earth anymore. All those animals and plants that live here are scientifically unimportant. They live to serve you and your factory. You'll find about 30 square kilometers, which is about 11 square miles of terrain filled with unique flora and fauna. You can recycle everything and make factories out of them. Build beautiful metal constructions instead of ugly nature. Cover the whole surface of the planet with your elegant conveyor belts and train tracks. Make that pathetic natural habitat disappear and make beauty instead. Be a true
Oh,
hero of
God.
the industrial era. Besiege. This is a physics-based building game in which you construct medieval siege engines and lay waste to immense fortresses and peaceful villages. Build a machine which can crush windmills, wipe out battalions of brave soldiers, and transport valuable resources, defending your creation against camels, archers, and everything else. Game looks beautiful. The art style is 10 cold beers out of 10.
The asteroid
The same
is depleted.
difficulty, at least at the beginning, because my machines did more harm to themselves than to their surroundings. Anyway, I promise you that after a bit of practice, you will build your own mechanical potato of terror and destroy some peaceful castles. Cities
Aggro.
skylines. This is, without a doubt, the best realistic city building game ever made. They took inspiration from SimCity games and upgraded the concept up to perfection. But if you want full game with all the DLCs without a discount, that would cost you around 400 euros or a similar amount of dollars. Even on the sale, the cost is above 200.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and the base game, as you can see, is just a mere fraction of that. So basically, I understand that you have to make money for the work you do, but honestly, guys, no full single-player game should cost 400 euros. You can buy a
Aggro.
the Switch or almost buy a Steam Deck for this price. Despite that, the game is great. Astronomy. Game is set during the 25th century intergalactic age of discovery. Astronomers explore the frontiers of outer space, risking their lives in harsh environments to unearth rare discoveries and unlock the mysteries of the universe itself. In this space sandbox adventure, you can work together with other players to build custom
Aggro.
bases above the ground, create vehicles to explore the solar system, and use terrain to create anything you can imagine. So basically, you are invading beautiful planets with beautiful nature and making an industrial hell out of them. So the galaxy is full of it. People on Steam are saying that the humans are your own worst enemy. You will fall off the cliffs, touch deadly plants, and forget something at your base that is half a galaxy away. Yeah, anyway, very positive reviews are here for a reason. Almost everyone loves the game, and there is a huge chance that you will love it as well. Garry's Mod. This game is really just a giant toy box. Absent of any objectives and rules, it will provide you with various props, character models, and a whole load of tools from which you can create all manner of weird and kinky stuff. You spawn objects and weld them together to create your own contraptions. Whether that's a car, a rocket, a potato salad, or something that doesn't have a name yet, it's up to you. You can do it offline or join the thousands of players who play online each day. Yeah, no joke, the game was released 17 years ago, but I can see that while I'm doing this voiceover, there are 60,000 players online simultaneously. The Garry's Mod community is a tremendous source of content and has added hundreds of unique modes to the game. You can be a plant, a soldier, or a beer bottle, or just beer without bottle. You name it. Everything. Now, if you wondered if we live in a simulation, this game is a great example of how it can go if someone who created
Aggro.
a simulated universe decided to play a bit with it. And I'm not talking about making worlds even larger for fun. No, game has a much bigger scale, although not as big as your mama. Everything is an interactive experience where every object in the universe is a playable character, from animals to planets to galaxies and beyond. Travel between outer and inner space and explore a vast interconnected universe of things without enforced goals, scores, or tasks to complete. This is a sandbox where you can sink a lot of your time, and it is more for art than an actual game, but it works as a great stress reliever. Some say even better than potato salad. No, actually nobody said that, at least in this universe. Kenshi. This is a free-roaming, squad-based RPG focusing on open-ended sandbox gameplay. You can be a trader, a thief, a rebel, a warlord, a slave, or just food for the cannibals. The freedom is here, and it's up to you how you would use it. You can research new
Aggro.
equipment and craft new gear, purchase and upgrade your own buildings to use as safe fortified havens when things go bad, and use them to start up a business. Well, it's a sandbox game after all. You owns the various factions in the world while striving for the strength and wealth necessary to simply survive in the harsh desert, pushing everyone up from puny victims to master warriors. Carry your wounded squad mates to safety and get them all home alive. The game is purely single player, and it's an owner of overwhelmingly positive reviews left by tens of thousands of people. Kerbal Space Program. While the second part of the game is still a disaster with 50%
Aggro.
of review score, the first part will never fail to entertain us. This game is fun, but also it is very hard. Here you will have to create your own spaceship, and rocket science is anything but easy. It's not your sister. Anyway, building a spaceship here reminds me of creating a bomb nations in Spore. Every detail can be scaled, turned, and attached to another detail, so you have to do everything right in order to take a space flight. The game has a really good physics engine, so you can take off successfully with a giant unicorn or something. But if you practice enough, you can send a giant potato salad ball to the moon. Nah, you probably can't, but you can try. Minecraft. So basically everyone knows the game,
Aggro.
although among older people there is a false misconception that Minecraft is only for the younger generation. It is not. It is nonsense. Many years ago, when I was some 30 and plus years old, I played Minecraft every day for half a year. I even started a dedicated YouTube channel. It wasn't like nowadays where you play Minecraft with friends and have ridiculous amounts of fun. No, I never had friends anyway, and uploaded my adventures to the internet. Honestly, in half a year I collected about 600 subscribers, and then I abandoned the game and the channel forever. It wasn't because I got bored, but rather because of the changes in my own life. When I got my first job as a screenplay writer on TV, started to work with local self-important TV stars, and so on. So if you think that Minecraft is not for you, that is not true. This is an incredibly
Aggro.
immersive game where you will never run out of things to do. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. In this open world strategy RPG sandbox, you will create and develop a character that matches your playstyle. Explore, conquer your way across a vast world. No two playthroughs are the same. You will raise armies, engage in politics, trade, craft weapons, recruit companions, and manage your clan. You will command and fight alongside your troops in first or third person. Participate in huge real-time battles using skill-based combat system. You can also test your might against players from all over the world in multiplayer PvP, including ranked matchmaking and casual game modes, or host your own server. The only downside, according to Steam players, is that
Aggro.
the game is very addictive. Just like potato salad, if you start playing, there is no way you can simply quit doing that. Yeah, I personally know a dude who played 60 hours of it in just one day. True story, bro. New Horizons. My wife has been playing this game for more than a year now. Every day she shakes trees, plants vegetables, gives and receives gifts, and makes her island more beautiful. There are no actual goals in this game except to make your island better, so at first it can seem a bit overwhelming. There is so much to do that you don't even know how to start.
Aggro.
So basically, you take a loan from a raccoon and start building and making money. When you give all your debt to the raccoon back, then he offers you to take an even bigger loan. And after that, then bigger and bigger again. So at all times you are in debt to the raccoon. He's like some mafia boss.
Yes, everyone is in debt to the Padre Raccoon.
But the bigger loan you take, the more stuff you can do and the more money
Aggro.
you earn, so you can give more back. The game also uses real lifetime, not only for seasons as well. So when it's dark and snowy outside, it's the same in your game, except it's cozy and fun. Although you want to get skin time, but you ruin the immersion pretty badly, so I don't recommend doing that. The Sims 4. Everyone knows
Aggro.
The Sims 4 is the ultimate life simulation and sandbox playground. Here you can create unique characters, build dream homes, and let games happen. Well, you know that already, but do you know that the game is free to play? Yeah, you can download it anytime. Enjoy growing tiny humans, breeding them, and watching how they occasionally set themselves on fire. The secret why this game became free is of course because it has so many DLCs, and they have to sell them to you. And by many I mean 14 various expansions. Some of them you can acquire for a few euros, and some of them are more expensive than most of the games nowadays. So keep that in mind. The game is addictive and may extort you out of your hard-earned assets. Prison Architect.
Aggro.
Welcome to the prison. And not a prison of your mind you're living in right now, but a real one. Well, really symbolic term here. The game works somehow similar like any dungeon manager game. Well, it's really the same, except your minions do not have as much of free will here, if you know what I mean. Anyway, here you feel that it has a maximum security prison where you can be a sadistic tyrant and torture your inmates. Or, I don't know, Norwegian prison where inmates live better than people in freedom in most of the countries. I just saw on TV one documentary and their prisoners had better TVs and furniture than I do at my home. So, you know, you can help me out by supporting me on Patreon or joining here on YouTube. By the way, did you know that Prison Architect has a 3D mode as well? This is not a mod or something. You can turn it on or off anytime you want. Just don't drop the soap. Universe Sandbox 2. In a sense, it's not a game, but a serious physics and astronomy simulator. But despite that, we all know what you're gonna do here. Smash that asteroid into
Aggro.
the asteroid. Smash the moon into the planet. Smash the sun into the black hole. Smash the black hole into another black hole. Yeah, we can create a full nice solar system where everyone lives in peace and prosperity. Then wipe everything out in a terrible cosmic event. Games like this show us that everything we got can be instantly destroyed by one wandering star, and there is nothing we can do to prevent it. Like, absolutely nothing. If another star flies nearby, everything will end for humanity. We are all alive just because no star decided to swing by. Yet. Project Void. And the fact that this game is in early access from, wait for it, from 2013, so 10 years now, doesn't scare the crowd of giving it a very positive review score.
Aggro.
The recent 8,000 reviews being in an overwhelmingly positive range. So what is this phenomenal title? Well, to say simply, it's a zombie survival game. But to say that, it's just like scratching the surface of the wind walls we've been in. And I'm not sorry for putting this picture into your head. Also, now you're thinking,
Do whales actually have them?
I don't know, it's for you to Google, I guess. I'm not brave enough. So Project Zomboid is a sandbox, and your goal is to survive as long as you can. So basically, this is an enormous world full of opportunities to
The
die
asteroid is
one way
depleted.
or another, sooner or later, but, you know, you will. You can play the game alone or with friends. Even 4-player split-screen co-op mode is available. That is for sure not a thing you may casually encounter. But you know what you will encounter casually here? Depression, boredom, hunger, thirst, illness, cold nights, electricity shortages, hordes of zombies, and winter. Winter is coming, and you don't have proper clothes.
But I have.
No, you don't. Give those to me. RimWorld. This game is always in the top 10 by rating among the best Steam games of all time. That is pretty high.
Aggro.
Probably even higher than Seth Rogen and Snoop Dogg combined. No, that is not possible. RimWorld is a sci-fi comedy driven by its intelligent AI storytelling, inspired by Dwarf Fortress, Firefly, and Dune. RimWorld is designed to offer tragic, twisted, and triumphant stories about imprisoned pirates, desperate colonists, starvation, and survival. It works by controlling the random events that the world throws at you. Every
Aggro.
thunderstorm, pirate raid, and traveling salesman is a card dealt into your story by the AI storyteller. There are several storytellers to choose from. Andy Random does crazy stuff. Cassandra Classic goes for rising tension. And Chillax likes to relax. I'll tell you what, Tim, listen to this. No. You begin with 3 survivors on a shipwreck on a distant world, and then your story begins. You have to manage colonists' moves, needs, wounds, illnesses, and addictions. The game is not only huge, it's massive. Like, you know, your mama. Roblox. Platform allows you to play a wide variety of games, create
Aggro.
games by yourself, and chat with other players online. It combines gaming, social media, and comparison, calling itself the ultimate virtual universe. You can socialize, build your own space, and spend virtual money. You will find a vast variety of games to play, from role-playing to fighting, from racing to tournaments, and many more. Though the platform itself is free, you can make purchases within each game. A portion of the sales, roughly about 1/3, goes back to the game's creator, meaning that brands and creative people can earn money if the games they
Aggro.
build become popular. So maybe finally it's time for you to quit your job and dive into the world of Roblox. Yeah, there are several self-made millionaires who became rich before the age of 25. So, raft. Build a raft of your dreams and sail into the ocean. That may look like the whole point and story.
I hated this
Your mission
game,
is to
frankly.
survive an ocean adventure across dangerous waters. And that won't be easy. Here, trapped on a small raft with nothing
The
but a
asteroid
book made
is
of old
depleted.
plastic, you awake on a vast blue ocean totally alone and with no land in sight. With a dry throat and an empty stomach, you will have to gather debris to survive, expand your raft, and be wary of the dangers of the ocean. So you can play the game with friends or with
Aggro.
strangers and obviously. You are thinking about it. If you are really, really hungry, can you cannibalize your friends here? Well, I don't think so, but with the next patch, who knows? License Fair program. A new kind of supercomputer has been developed. A machine whose superior artificial intelligence and computing capability will push humanity even further. I guess they built it so they could finally invent vodka without a hangover. Huge computing power is required for a task like that, that's for sure. Only one problem stands in the way. There's not enough energy in the whole planet to feed this machine, so you need to construct the Dyson Sphere, the thing that engulfs the star itself and sucks all of its energy. You know, all that energy will not suck itself, and sucking is a hard job. Ask your sister. No Man's Sky. Developers say that you can become anything you want, but it's obvious that you can't become a pirate giraffe with palm trees instead of legs, or an ocean filled with pink shoes. You can't become an ocean here, so realistically speaking, you have limited choices of what you may become. But in general, this game lets you choose from many different paths. Will you be a fighter, preying on the weak and taking their delicious potato salad?
May a
by
loon
force,
walk
or
with you,
merchant who
adventurer.
will find
The
rich
Temple of the Moon has
resources
come to
on
help the
worlds
troubled
and
citizens of
exploit them for the
Oberdeen.
highest prices. Or maybe an explorer. Go beyond the known frontier and discover places and things that no one has ever seen before. Like, you know, whiskey without a hangover. Nobel Prize guaranteed.
That's not how the Nobel
The hippogriff is a noble beast, proud and swift. They are an honor to train and can quickly take their rider a great distance.
It will be enough for you to dive in for a few days at least, or maybe more. A lot of people who left comments on Steam, for example, have from about 20 to 150 hours of playtime. You can also play it in VR mode, although it's not a requirement by any means. Tailspire. It is a beautiful way to play pen and paper RPGs, except here you won't need pen and paper. Instead, you can bring your own stories to life and embark upon campaigns together with your friends. Regardless of where you are in the world, the engine of Tailspire will do everything it can to make you happy. Well, sadly, it can't make potato salad. Just a disclaimer. So, in a way, it's a tabletop game where rules, battles, and adventures are supervised by AI. As developers say, the beauty of real-world tabletop gaming here meets the endless possibilities of a digital world. Here you can build your adventures without compromising the handcrafted aesthetic of using traditional miniatures. You can take on a mantle of multiple heroes and
The
creatures,
asteroid
manage your
is
stats, and
depleted.
express yourself using the emote system. Perform dice rolls directly on board and interact with your environment. As a game master, you can dazzle and thrill your friends by building expansive maps, setting up shots, and controlling immersive soundscapes to bring all your delightful and devious designs to life. I also have to say that Tailspire is not tied to a specific game or rule set. You make rules or bend them as you wish, and the game makes sure that no one can break them. Tailspire is in early access right now, so don't expect miracles, but hey, early access with 94% of positive reviews, now I've seen everything. Terraria. The game is way more than just a flat version of Minecraft. Terraria is so much more beautiful, with more special effects and more dynamic fights. Here you can craft hundreds of items, build houses or even castles in any form you desire. Yes, even in that one you are thinking about.
Castle of Boob?
Yes, the Castle of Boob. Here you'll have to survive dangerous nights, defeat waves of enemies, and dig down below to encounter some unspeakable horrors. Yeah, really, some of them are really difficult to describe. Although don't play it alone. Play it with your wife, brother, friend, or mother-in-law. You'll enhance the experience many, many times. Factorial. The game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so I can guarantee that you can buy and enjoy this game without fear. Just keep in mind that it's never on sale, so don't wait for a discount. The price is rooted. So this is a game about building and creating automated factories to produce items of increasing complexity within an infinite 2D world. Use your imagination to design your factory, combine simple elements into amazing structures, and finally protect it from the local creatures who don't really like you. So what are you waiting for? It's your chance to make the biggest and greatest potato salad factory in the entire universe. Game is great, seriously. And now is the best time for you to press that like button. There is no way in the world that you have watched so far and you didn't like what you see. Press the like button now and I will marinate a herring in your honor. Also subscribe, that is mandatory. The Planet Crafter. The game is still in early access, but it already has an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam. The adventure here starts literally the same as in Subnautica and many other alien planet exploration games. You are falling from space in a tiny capsule that will be your only home and link to humanity. So you manage to land with all your body parts intact.
Damn,
and
gold
start
60.
exploring unfriendly nature around you. Well, Well, alright, I ain't gonna lie. In the Planet Crafter, you ain't gonna find any hostile enemies. It's a very relaxing game where you don't have to worry about creating new weapons to defend yourself from large alien monsters. Nothing like that. You have to gather minerals and resources to survive, and craft all the tools you'll need in order to fulfill your mission, which is to terraform this planet and make it habitable for humans. And half of humanity has boobs, so just saying, a noble goal. Also, keep in mind that this is not just a crafting game. You will explore old crashed ships and ruins and discover a planet full of mystery. If interested, keep in mind that you can play the demo version on Steam for free. GTA 5. Well, in this most famous game ever, you will take on the role of a street hustler, retired bank robber, and a psychopath. Those are three different people and not your one and only alcoholic Uncle Steve. So he would have to pull off a series of dangerous heists. Although let's be honest, here you are just to steal cars and planes for your own pure enjoyment. And you will ignore the story for the most part. Has anyone ever finished this game? Well, I know that a lot of people did that, but it's somehow hard to believe. There are so many distractions, like this one for example. Anyway, this is the game which will encourage you to drive slowly down the alley with your windows down, spreading hip-hop music to your puny neighbors. Totally accurate battle simulator. If you are just bored and want to kill some time in single player without thinking too much, I doubt there is a better game for that than Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. At first, it's really funny. Second, it challenges your IQ and actual tactical skills. All you need to do is to choose your units, place them strategically, and press the fight button. They will do all the battling part by themselves, and you will observe it like some overarching god who has no power to influence anything anymore. So when your army is ripped apart and its scattered remains lie on the ground, then you may think of another strategy and try again, and then again. Some of the battles in the campaign are crazy hard and will squeeze your IQ through your nostrils. Also, if you have some doubts, the game has about 100,000 reviews left on Steam and the score is really close to 100%. I'm not kidding, it's probably one of the best rated games on the whole Steam. Starbound. This is basically a Terraria in space where you create your own story. There is no wrong way to play. You can go and save the universe from the forces that destroyed your home, uncovering greater galactic mysteries in the process. Or you may wish to ignore this heroic journey entirely in favor of colonizing uncharted planets, collecting rare creatures, or delve into dangerous dungeons and lay claim to otherworldly treasures. Discover ancient temples and modern cities, trees with eyes, mischievous penguins, and talking ding-dongs. Well, you'll be first to find those, but you never know. Universe is endless. Rust. The only aim here is to survive. Everything wants you to die. The island's wildlife,
The
other
asteroid
inhabitants,
is
the
depleted.
environment, other survivors, and so on. So do whatever it takes to last another night. The game itself is an MMO in very active development.
The asteroid is depleted.
Patch every month, from regular balance fixes and improvements to AI and graphic updates, to adding content like new maps, musical instruments, trains, and drones, as well as regular seasons and events. There is always something interesting or dangerous, or both, happening on the island. You'll find procedurally generated worlds with map editor support. You can host your own servers, ride a vast array of vehicles, from cars and trains to hot air balloons and helicopters. You can build houses, farm, or do almost anything you want. The game is huge. Not as huge as your mama though. Townscaper. What a beautiful game this is. Well, it's hard to call it a game, to be fair. There are no goals or gameplay, just plenty of building and plenty of beauty. That's it. As developers say, Townscaper is an experimental passion project, more of a toy than a game. Pick colors from the palette, plop down colored blocks of houses on the irregular grid, and watch Townscaper's underlying algorithm automatically turn those blocks into cute little houses, arches, stairways, bridges, and lush backyards. You can build your own cold beer town, cold beerville, or even whole cold beeristan, and enjoy the amazing view. Wallhead. Most of us can remember the hype it caused on release date, and the hype is well deserved. This game is really a masterpiece with a review score never, at least on Steam, never below 90%. It may scare you that the game is still in early access after all those years, but if you focus on the main objectives only, it will still provide you with more than 70 hours of gameplay. And keep in mind that on sale you can get it for about 12 euros or dollars, so it's a nice addition to your wish list. And in general, Wallhead is a brutal exploration and survival game for 1 to 10 players, set in a procedurally generated world inspired by Norse mythology. You will craft powerful weapons, construct long houses, grow your balls, and slay mighty foes to prove yourself to Odin. And now thank you for watching. watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games. Instance. There. That stats here. So, for example, at the beginning of the game.
Before World of Warcraft, the idea or sell for large amounts of gold to further enhance your empire. Perhaps you are more in keen with the crafter type that supplies the previously mentioned with weapons, armor, potions, spellbooks, even boats to sell the ocean, or furniture to decorate your house. Ultima has seemingly perfected the art of crafting and creating an ecosystem where the crafted items are actually needed, used, and traded amongst the community. So much that you can post all of your goods on a vendor that you rent a spot from another player in hopes that he directs enough traffic to sustain quite a healthy income. And let's not forget about the blood, sweat, and tears that the guy who harvests all the iron ingots or logs that he turns to boards and then sells in the open market for a pretty penny to make the above happen. But don't be fooled, it's not all just sunshine and rainbows. At any moment you could be attacked by one or a band of...
What?
Well, hello dear viewers and welcome back to my channel. Today I will rank Ultima games from worst to best. And just to warn you, I'm including such games as Akalabes, The World of Doom, well, because quite frankly without this game we would not have Ultima games, and Underworld Ascendant, well, because it is part of the Ultima Underworld series. However, I am excluding games like Ultima Online and Shroud of the Avatar. I will talk about those games at some point in the future, but I have not decided in which format I want to talk about them yet. I also did not want to make this just my opinion, so I scoured over online top Ultima lists and forums and also looked up the game scores, so hopefully I will be as impartial and unbiased as I can be. Let's jam! Underworld Ascendant opens up our list as number 19. I already said in my review that I do not think all the hate this game gets is really deserved, but it's still rated lowest on our list. Other Side Entertainment's 2018 release has a very unique gameplay. It's concentrated more on dungeon crawling and problem solving. Best part is you can play this game in your own style. Avatar is summoned to Stygian Abyss by Sir
The
Caberus
asteroid is
to defeat
depleted.
evil
The
Typhon,
asteroid
the
is
father of
depleted.
beasts. It's cool to be back in Stygian Abyss, but unlike other Underworld games on this list, it lacks storytelling and immersiveness, which is quite a drag down for this immersive sim. And coming in at number 18, Ultima Escape from Mount Dresh is our next entry, one of the most obscure games created by Keith Zabulawi. Game was released in 1983 by Sierra Online. It is very simple but fun dungeon crawler with pretty good battle system. Our hero is imprisoned by evil Garentrods in the last level of the dungeon, so you need to get out. As you advance in higher and higher levels, the harder the game gets. It is a very interesting game, but at the same time, it's very hard to run this game as old as it is. Ultima Runes of Virtue 2, sequel to the first game on Game Boy, gets this spot. Released in 1993 by Origin Systems. It is a bit weird that this game is rated lower than the first game in the series, since it has significant improvements from Ultima Runes of Virtue 1. The opening cinematic, for example, full map of Britannia, moon gates, well, it is a full-fledged Ultima game. Basically, Black Knight kidnaps
Yeah, I remember this
mayors
game.
of different cities. You're
Yeah.
playing as one of Avatar's companions and are tasked to defeat Black Knight and free kidnapped lords while solving puzzles and getting cool items. This game is every single Ultima game should be on Game Boy. And coming in at number 16, Ultima 9 The Ascension, released in 1999 by Electronic Arts. The Avatar must finally confront Guardian for his final showdown and purify now corrupted virtues. Unfortunately, game has a lot of issues. In fact, I was surprised it did not get the last place. The game is completely bugged, completely rewrites end of Ultima 8 and makes too many mistakes within the Ultima lore. I guess there are some positives as well. The game is fully voiced, and it's really nice to say final farewells to your companions.
Farewell, old friend.
See you in the different world. Ultima Runes of Virtue 1 makes spot number 15. It is released in 1992
asteroid
by
is
Origin
depleted.
Systems on Game Boy. Runes of Virtue 1 is simpler version of Runes of Virtue 2. This time, Black Knight steals Runes of 8 Virtues. In this one, you play as Avatar's companions, as in second game, and solve same kind of puzzles while fighting monsters, clearing out the dungeons. All in all, it is a fun game. Definitely recommended as well. Number 14 on this list is where it all began. Akalabes, the World of Doom, released in 1979 by very young Richard Garriott, and then re-released by California Pacific Computer Company. Akalabes is a very fun dungeon crawler. Basically, you're tasked to kill 10 monsters. After fulfilling your quest, you become a knight. There's not much to talk about. This is a pretty simple game, but to be honest with you, it is tons of fun. Number 13, Ultimate Pagan, being released in 1994 by EA-owned Origin. Ultimate is game with a lot of potential. Unfortunately, game was released very prematurely, so it is basically unfinished. Ultimate throws Avatar into world of Pagan, world destroyed by Guardian. Avatar is trying to get back in Britannia before Guardian destroys it. I have to say, setting is enjoyable, and magic system is awesome. If only this game was finished, it would probably make it as high as top 5. But as it is, number 13 has to do. Ultima 2 Revenge of the Enchantress, released in 1992 by Sierra Online, takes spot number 12. It is game based on time bandits. You face Mundane's wrathful lover, Minax, who manipulates timelines to get to you. This game actually takes place on Earth. It is basically a time-traveling story, but execution is a bit sloppy, leveling up system is a bit lacking. I'm surprised this game made so high, to be honest, but at the same time I have to say I did have a lot of fun playing it. And number 11, Worlds of Ultima Savage Empire, a spin-off game released in 1990 by Origin Systems. Worlds of Ultima was an attempt by Origin Systems to save money. Savage Empire is one of the funnest games I've ever played. It takes place in the world of Eden, which has a serious Mesoamerican influences. Savage Empire puts you in jungle environment filled with exotic animals, tribes, dinosaurs, even Neanderthals. The game has excellent crafting system and mechanics. You play as Avatar and are sent here by Lord British to investigate anomaly that occurred during experiment with obsidian moonstones. I would definitely recommend playing this one to you. It is free on GOG, so nothing's in your way to play.
Yes, there is. You know there is. There's many things in the way between us and playing that game. You know there is. Don't
Number
lie.
10, we follow up with a sequel. Ultima Worlds of Adventure 2 Martian Dreams, released in 1991 by Origin Systems. It takes place, well, you guessed it, on Mars. It is an excellent game with very original story. Avatar travels to the past during Victorian era so he can fly to the Mars and save famous people who are stranded there.
Save famous
Mars
people.
itself is an amazing place, populated with plant-based life forms. Dream machine that allows you to travel into the dreams. It is an awesome game, very creative, and what's best about it is, like Savage Empire, it is free on GOG, so you got nothing to lose. Ultima 1
Yes,
First
I
Age of
do.
Darkness.
I have my
Released
time
in
to lose.
1989 by California Pacific Computer Company, is a very fun adventure game. It mixes up sword and sorcery with the science fiction. Evil wizard Mundane terrorizes world of Caesarea. You are a hero who is summoned to defeat him. There is not much to be said about this game, other than at some point you need to fly to the space to become a space ace. I mean, it's a very odd choice in medieval setting, but at the same time, this is a fun game, and I would definitely recommend the madness that is Ultima
It does not
1,
look
First
fun.
Age of Darkness. Ultima 3 Exodus is a full-fledged RPG, one of the first
Full-fledged.
of its kind, and it takes spot number 8 on our list. It is actually first Ultima game released by Origin Systems. Released in 1983, Mundane and Minix had a prodigy, Exodus, and he's planning to take vengeance. This is a true adventure game. Battle system is awesome. You can choose through many different classes. While lacking in story a bit, Ultima 3 is a great game and certainly deserves this spot. Number 7 on our list is Ultima Underworld 2 Labyrinths of Worlds. Released in 1993 by legendary Looking Glass Studios, Paul Neuros's Underworld 2 is an improved version of Ultima Underworld 1. I am surprised it made lower than the first game. Even the story is more interwoven within the Ultima lore. The Guardian is the main villain here. In this game, you can choose through 8 different classes. A magic system uses runes. You can cast different spells by combination of different runes. Guardian traps Avatar and his companions in the castle of Lord British. Under British's castle, there's a teleporter that leads to different worlds. Avatar basically needs to break Guardian's hold on each of them. It is a very cool game, with each world being very unique and having a lot of unique and cool NPCs to interact with. Unfortunately, the game was released too quick after the first, so the sales
That game looks fun.
kinda were damaged by it. This is a really good game, and it's a shame we could not get more Underworld games until 2018. Speaking of which, Ultima Underworld 1 Stygian Abyss made to number 6, released in 1992 by Blue Sky Production. It is very similar to Underworld 2, same classes and same magic system, This time you are thrown into the Stygian abyss to rescue Baron's daughter. While you do this, you can interact with different factions and inhabitants of Underworld. You can also explore a lot of lore and unique places in Stygian Abyss. Without this game, we would not have such games as Elder Scrolls. So, some might even argue that this game actually deserves higher
To maintain
spot on
our
this
link
list.
to the mainland,
And
we
quite
have
frankly,
hippogriffs
with this
constantly
kind of
flying
legacy,
between
it's
Rutheren.
very hard to argue. Number 5, my personal favorite, Ultima 6 The False Prophet, released in 1990 by Origin Systems. Ultima 6 is quite a thought-provoking game, questioning what is humanity, how do we treat different civilizations, and what is true duty of the Avatar. Gargoyles take over the shrines of virtues, and they're trying to kill Avatar. The game follows Avatar and his companions, trying to stop the gargoyles and decipher prophecy in gargoyle language. It also helps that game has very good magic system. It is definitely recommended by me. Number 4 is Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny, released in 1988 by Origin Systems. This game is a great follow-up to Ultima 4 Quest for Avatar. The set virtues from Ultima 4 are completely twisted in Ultima 5. Lord British is gone, and in his stead, Lord Blackthorn takes over. Corrupted by evil shadow lords, Blackthorn enforces the virtues by sword. People are terribly punished for not following virtues. Avatar must release Lord British, who is trapped in Stygian Abyss. The whole world feels very alive, with secret organizations like rebels who are trying to overthrow Blackthorn, and oppression agents who are trying to weed them out, and wizards who hold secret words that can unlock all the dungeons. This game even inspired 2 novels, and I will get to them very soon. Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpent Isles opens up our top 3. It was released in 1993 by Origin Systems. Serpent Isles is set in, well, Serpent Isles, where Lord British has exiled people unwilling to live under his rule. People here believe in corrupted versions of truth, love, and courage. What's interesting is that this new civilization is built upon an older Ophidian civilization who worshipped 3 serpents: Serpent of Order, Chaos, and Balance. The Balanced Serpent was ripped out by Exodus, which caused a war between forces of Order and forces of Chaos. Order Serpent kills Chaos Serpent, which causes world to collapse. Avatar and his companions try to restore 3 serpents while trying to stop Guardian and battling. Ultima 7 Part 2 is long and very emotional game. With many twists and turns, and many sacrifices are made to restore serpents. This game is a masterpiece and must play if you are an RPG fan. And number 2 spot goes to Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar, released in 1984 by Origin Systems. Quest of the Avatar is magnum opus of Richard Garriott. This game seemingly doesn't even give us a typical story of RPGs to save the world and defeat big bad evil, but in reality it does, since Richard noticed from fans' letters that players acted worse than the villains, so he decided that game should be aimed at bettering the player. Ultima 4 is a true quest of enlightenment, and if you will steal, kill the innocent, flee from the enemies, and so on, you will never complete this game. If you are an RPG fan, you must play it. It is very hard to put it in the words unless you actually experience Ultima 4. And finally, the long-awaited number one,
Ultima
Ultima
Online.
7, The
Oh,
Black
no.
Gate. This game introduces the iconic villain of Ultima series, the Guardian. This is a brilliant game, and it is very easy to see why it made a number one spot. From great magic system to even awesomer story, Avatar is pitted against the World Destroyer, the Guardian, who through his henchmen battling creates a cult, Fellowship. The game starts with ritualistic murder investigation, which sends you on a chase throughout Britannia. More than that, game's expansion, Forge of Virtue, is one of the best expansions ever created. After completing this expansion, you will get a demon sword that can kill anyone with a sword. This is an exceptional game, and first place is indeed well deserved.
The
Well,
asteroid
this
is
ends our
defeated.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, and thank you to the patrons who help fund this channel.
Thank you,
Also, check out my
Solari, for the
stream at
excellent content from a stream.
twitch.tv/.
I'd like to sub to your channel. Thank you, RPG Wolf, for the excellent content from a stream. I'd like to sub to your channel.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, and thank you to the patrons who help fund this channel. Also, check out my stream at twitch.tv/jsolari, where I definitely don't accidentally start fires.
Whoa!
This is The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It was released by Bethesda Game Studios in March 2006 and is widely considered one of the best single-player RPGs ever made. It won multiple Game of the Year awards and influenced dozens of video games that followed its release. It's a pretty great game, beloved by many, many gamers, but it also had some controversy, all thanks to this, some fancy horse armor. This ostentatious gold barding may look a bit special, but it offers little in the way of gameplay benefits, other than increasing the hit points of your horse since, you know, it's armor. It doesn't make it faster or give it special horse powers, it just makes your horse sturdier and makes it look nicer if you're into that look. So why did a piece of horse armor upset gamers? Well, to put it simply, you had to buy it with real money. For $2.50, you could buy this piece of downloadable content, collect it from a stable in the game, and equip it on your horse, and that would be it. In this day and age, that isn't at all surprising or unusual. In fact, you could go as far as saying that $2.50 for a cosmetic item with some benefits is kind of a bargain compared to other offerings. But back in 2006, this was new. It was different. People made jokes and memes about it because it just seemed so absurd. Despite this, though, according to the director of The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, it was a huge